Pacific Regional Multiple Listing Service. Email notification for a new client. Today we're going to set up email notification for a new client. From the home page on Paragon, we're going to go to the Search tab at the top of the screen. From the drop-down window, we're going to select Residential. A new window will open and we're going to enter the criteria provided by our client. Our client has provided the following information. They are looking in Richland, Kennewick, Pasco, or West Richland. They have a maximum price for their property, $175,000. They want a single-story home. They do not want a manufactured home. They want at least 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. With our criteria in place, we show that there are 5 properties currently on the market that meet their criteria. In order to save our search, we have 2 options. We can go to the Save Search selection on this page and drop down to the Save Search As, or we can do the search at this point. It's going to open a new tab with the spreadsheet of the 5 properties, and we can go to the Save Search As and select it from this point. So we're going to Save Search As, and it's going to open a new window where we fill in the information for our search. We select Contact, and then we give our search a name. Our client's name is Tom Reynolds. I'm going to name my search Reynolds, and I'm going to assign it to a contact. If we have put Mr. Reynolds in our contacts database, we could go and select him from here. Mr. Reynolds is a brand new contact, so we're going to add the contact. And again, it opens another window. We're going to enter the information for Mr. Reynolds. I have entered Tom Reynolds and his email address. You could also enter at this time his telephone number. We're going to save our contact information. And then we are going to save and notify. We are now on the Saved Searches page for Mr. Reynolds, and we have the search that we have just created. We're going to drop down to the notification options and select Email Notification. And another new window is going to open. In this new window, we have Mr. Reynolds' email address. We have ourselves receiving a copy of the emails that are going out. We come over and select the date range that we are going to send Mr. Reynolds new properties that come on the market. And this is set up initially for 1 year. You can make changes if you so desire. We're coming over to the result view. We want to do a drop down and select the client handout. Much more information on a client handout than on a 6 thumbnail notification. We select that we're going to notify immediately when a new property comes on the market or there's a price change. Then we can type in a message to Mr. Reynolds. When we've typed our message, we want to come up and say OK. You now have a saved search that will go out in one-way communication to Mr. Reynolds whenever a new property that meets his criteria comes on the market, or there is a price change on a property that now meets his criteria. This notification will go out on all new properties. We go back to our criteria and our spreadsheet. The 5 listings that we have here are not included in that, and they must be sent out manually to Mr. Reynolds. Select email. A hyperlink. We want to send all 5 properties. We want to send the client handout, so we add that to the selected reports, and we come up and select email. We enter Mr. Reynolds' email address, any attachments if we so desired. Just above where it says click here to view listings, we may type a message to Mr. Reynolds. Once we have our message typed, we send the message. Because Mr. Reynolds is one of your clients, you will have a record of this in your contact information. That message will remain there for 30 days. Mr. Reynolds will receive an email from you, subject link to listing. When he opens that link, there is your email with the message you sent, and then click here to view listings. This is the first listing of the 5 that you've sent out. By selecting the next MLS number, he can go through and view each of the listings that you provided him with his search criteria. It's easy to set up an email notification for a client. Remember, this is one-way communication. You need to follow up with your client about the properties you've sent and any new listings that come on the market. If you have any questions, please contact your local association.